Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Bravocon 2025, and I just have a few little updates that is coming in from both Queens of Bravo and Gibson Johns of some things that are happening, right? So everybody was flying into Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, and all of the things yesterday. And they kicked things off last night with some initial tapings of some things. And we got to talk about it. We have to talk about it because there was a few things that stood out. So one was from Gibson Johns, says some standout moments from the first Bravocon live taping. Giselle and Adriana did not squash their beef, and it was like a back and forth of I've been on Bravo longer than you, and I don't know you. Are you a full-time housewife or a friend of? Like just shade grenades being thrown back and forth, right? And then there was a moment between Luann from New York and versus Dorit and Erica that, you know, I guess they attempted to squash some beef, but the fans weren't feeling it and the fans were not featuring it. Then you guys, Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta is alleging that there's going to be a great new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Portia, I need to see the trailer to believe it. I need to see it to believe it. I don't doubt that K. Michelle is going to bring the heat and everything else. It's the rest of the storylines that I'm trying to figure out where everything is going to be figured out. Erica Jane has Garcelle still on the brain. Garcelle, who is no longer on the show. Garcelle, who is booked and busy and all of the things. Garcelle, who left the show on her terms. Apparently, there was a game of what housewife would you want back, what housewife would you want as a full-time, what housewife would you want as a friend of, and who would you want fired or basically quote-unquote remain off the show, remain fired. Kind of like an F, Marry, Kill, but like a housewife edition. Who would you like back full-time? Who would you like back as a friend of? Who would you like back that is completely done? Kyle Richards said that she wants Lisa Vanderpump, who I believe is slated to be at Bravocon, wants her to remain off the show for good. And I'm not surprised by that answer. Shannon Bedore from Real Housewives of OC said that she would rather have back, you guys, Alexis, who, just married her ex, over Kelly, you guys. Like we're in an alternate universe, but I don't know what happened with Kelly and everything else, but some of these housewives on that franchise do not want her back in any capacity. Then also, you guys, when it came to Erica Jane, she said that she wanted Garcelle to remain off the show. And the fans were not feeling that. The fans were not featuring that. The fans booed Erica Jane into oblivion, you guys. Into oblivion because it was unnecessary. Completely unnecessary, bottom of the barrel behavior, you guys. So, nonetheless, there was what they're calling it is like this Days of Our Lives 20 Years of Real Housewives. That was a Bravocon live special. So, the representatives from OC was Vicky, Tamra, Shannon, and Heather. New York had Luann, Sonia, Dorinda, Carol, Aaron, and Jessel. Real Housewives of Atlanta had Cynthia, Portia, and Sheree. New Jersey had Teresa and Dolores. Beverly Hills had Kyle, Erica, and Dorit. Melbourne had Alexia and Marisol, Adriana, Lisa, and Larsa. Or not Melbourne, Miami. Why is Melbourne on my mind? I don't know why Melbourne's on my mind. I'm sorry, you guys. Potomac had Giselle and Ashley. Salt Lake City had Meredith and Lisa, Heather, and Mary, you guys. I am just laughing because they said that New York had all these people, and, the crowd was not crowding for them. Then also, to make a note, it sounds that, there was a question regarding Lisa Barlow from Salt Lake City. There was a question that was asked, who's most likely to leak stories? And they said you. They said you to Lisa Barlow. But it's interesting there was not more representation for Atlanta or Potomac, or if that was intentional for the other, events slated to occur, because Karen Hilger from Potomac was spotted at the airport. And we know Wendy is going to be at Bravocon. Now, she was supposed to have a court date in November that got pushed back. Got pushed back to December, and I think that's intentional so that she could be a part of Bravocon. And I see her wife swap episode aired as well, you guys. So, keeping a lookout on that. And then also, as well, Portia was in, so there's two first seats, but Portia has like the main first seat, I would think, right there to Andy Cohen's left, which I found very interesting. It's giving main character. It's giving main, like this is where Andy wanted her to sit. So, nonetheless, also, there was a montage, and apparently, allegedly, Nene wasn't included, is what the streets are saying, is what the people are saying. I don't know if this is intentional in terms of if it's more so Andy Cohen who just wants nothing to do with Nene Leakes, because I feel like the relationship with NBC Universal and Nene have patched things up. Like the lawsuit and everything else is over, right? So nonetheless, Nene has been working for NBC Universal, and she was even offered to be on The Traitors, which could have potentially been an opportunity, a first opportunity, for her and Andy Cohen to reunite, because Andy Cohen hosts the reunions for The Traitors, right? I don't know how I feel about Nene not being included, right? Because I felt like even this season, like after what happened with Kenya, that they started to include like previous Nene clips before she was like a ghost. Or the scenes would be cut just right before Nene was going to say or do something, or she'd be blurred out. But I felt like it was starting to be included more. But they're saying in this montage, allegedly, that she was not a part of it. And I feel like you can't just erase Nene Leakes from Housewives. Like, this is what Bravocon is all about. Like, Nene Leakes had so many iconic moments and iconic things happen for her and everything else. And I understand, suing your employer and everything else, that obviously that's not, that's not what's hot out here in the streets and all of that. And there's consequences for that. And, potentially people can get blackballed for that. But it seems like at least NBC Universal, which last I checked is over Bravo, is okay with Nene. Is fine with Nene Leakes. So I don't know if that's going to be a theme for the rest of the weekend. I know Candy Burris is getting honored with an award. I know other people are coming. I saw